How do you even start a commentary video? Let's just wing it and see how it goes. Hello, it is me again, and I'm running out of content ideas, so commentary now. How do you even start? Should I do like scrubbing and just start an intro? I don't even have an intro besides my old one and it's bad. I had the perfect intro. Yeah, sorry Andrew, how to use that. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna be commentating on a video I found. I forgot the title. Wait, what's it called again? Well, it doesn't matter because the title's creepy anyways. It's like, I got locked in the closet with my crush or something like that. Now, that by itself is weird. I don't know. What is the title called? I can't remember. Anyway, I suck at these already. I'm kidding, I'm doing great. Anyways, I found this horrible animated video that's like my story times or something like that, where it's just the fakest stories ever and gullible kids believe it. So before I just mess up this recording again, let's just get into it.
Hi, I'd love to tell you how I finally managed to begin dating my long-term crush.
Yeah, that's what it was about. And what's with the jaw? It's so big.
Britta.
No offense to any Britas out there, but that's gotta be the worst girl name I've ever heard in my life.
You see, I'm not particularly shy, but when it came to Britta, I just lost my nerve.
So in other words, what happens with every crush you get?
I don't know what it was about her that made me a mumbling fool. I mean, damned. I could be talking with any other girl or boy like it was no big deal. Then, Britta would walk down the hall and I'd blush and go quiet. It was uncanny.
Has this man never had a crush in his life or something? Like, that's how you react when you have a crush and they just walk in the room. It's not uncanny, it's normal.
I simply couldn't get over it. But before we move on, like this video, hit that subscribe button, and activate the notification bell. This will let you live 20 amazing years longer.
Okay, I get trying to get subscribers and all, but please, if you are a YouTuber, do not do this to your young subscribers, because most of these kids who watch these are little kids who are very gullible. So they're like, oh, I get 10 years of good luck if I subscribe. They're gonna do it, and it's just a scumbag way of getting more subscribers.
Trust me, it works. Actually, it all started back in elementary school. We shared our classes together, and from the first time I saw her, I fumbled.
Imagine if she turns her head to just ask for a pencil or something, and this is what she sees.
She was the prettiest girl in school to me, even if we were really, really young. She had long brown hair, always combed back in 2 ponytails. I thought those were the cutest ponytails in the world.
Okay, I can't be the only one who's thinking get better taste.
Yeah, I had a big puppy love on her. And I was like, what, 7 or something? It's kind of lame that it took me so long to actually ask her out.
Or it's just a very common reaction to get nervous to ask out your crush, you know, somebody who you like, and if they say no, it's going to destroy you for the rest of your life, so people will get very nervous of that.
It all happened because both our friends got super tired of seeing us go through this endless will they, won't they scene over and over again. Let me tell you how I ended up locked up in a closet with Britta, my childhood crush.
Holy crap, it took entirely too long to get to the point of the main video, you know, the thing everyone's been waiting for. But let's see all this juicy thing that's happening between you and Britta.
Britta wasn't just pretty. Oh no. She was also super smart and the president of our student council. I love to see her campaigning for her position every year, smiling at everyone with that big grin on her face. I listened to her proposals to improve the school programs like a million times. Well, I never actually heard any of it. I just used it as an excuse to stare at her without her realizing what I was doing.
Holy crap, that just sounds horrifying. Just sitting there, being like...
I'd get lost in those beautiful eyes of hers. She dressed all prim and proper everywhere she went, too. Like cute pleated skirts and nice blouses. I don't know what it was about her, or if it was everything she did, really, but I couldn't stop thinking about Britta. My mom used to laugh when I spoke about her and thought it was so sweet the way I always had nice things to say about this girl. You know, Mike, you speak about Britta as most boys speak about Candy.
Is it me, or do I just not talk about Candy that much? Also, how old was he when his mom said this? Because I know maybe little kids maybe talk about Candy a lot, but definitely not when you get older.
With that dreamy look in their eyes, she once said. I must have been 8 back then, but this never changed. Mom said I always got the same look whenever someone mentioned it. I'm not sure if it's sweet or creepy,
100% creepy.
but I couldn't help myself. As long as I had memory, I had always been in love with Britta. We were good friends too. It was just that I was so awkward around her. Whenever I tried to act cool, I ended up making a fool of myself. My friends made fun of me all the time because of it. Britta lived a block and a half away from me, so I'd walk her home often. We'd talk about anything and everything, but I never, ever dared ask her out. It was as if when it came to admitting my feelings, I just froze around her. I couldn't get past this problem.
Every boy who has a crush has this problem. Just ask my friend Andrew. He's worse than I am when it comes to this.
It was so annoying. I mean, if I had been shy around everyone, well, maybe I would have understood it. But it was just when it came to my feelings for this pretty brown-haired girl that I couldn't get over my feelings of self-doubt. I guess I thought she was so perfect that there was no way in hell she'd ever date a guy like me, you know?
I'm going to say this one more time. Every boy has this problem. You are not alone. So stop acting like this is unnatural and unheard of by people who have crushes on girls.
I mean, I'm not ugly or anything of the sort, and girls flirt with me all the time.
Weird flex, but okay.
But she was just too beautiful, too smart, too everything. And the worst part was, all our mutual friends knew about my crush. And I do mean everyone. It was one of those secrets that all around you are aware of, but everyone pretends not to know about it. Come on, man, ask her out already. What's the worst that could happen? My friends would ask me, super annoyed with me always sighing about Britta. She could say no, I'd always reply. To me, that was the worst possible outcome.
That's probably as bad as it gets. It doesn't get any worse than that. And if she says anything but no, it's probably going to be better.
If I didn't ask her out, then I didn't know if it was possible or not. I could imagine one day we'd begin dating and then get married. But if she finally found out my feelings for her and rejected me, it was all over. Years and years of being in love with someone who'd never love me back, thrown away for nothing. I couldn't face that possibility. I know it sounds super lame, but that's how much I really liked Britta. Every single time I promised my friends I'd ask her out the very next day, I'd find an excuse to avoid it. Oh, I'm feeling super sick today, I would say. Or maybe, I have this big pimple today. I don't want her to see me like this. So days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The right time to ask her out never seemed to arrive, and my friends were growing super impatient. Apparently, they talked to her friends all the time, and she felt the same way about me. But that's something neither Britta or I knew. It was like this gossip everyone was involved in except for the both of us. I have the whole situation under control. I promise, I said over and over again. Finally, our friends got tired of waiting for us to make the first move and made a plan. They were going to force us to be in the same place for a long while. And if we didn't finally ask each other out, then they were going to give up. It was then or never. So one day, my friends grabbed me and began forcing me into the janitor's closet. I tried to fight them, playfully, of course.
What is that? I can't contain myself. What the heck is that?
Thinking it was just a silly prank. Hey guys, quit it. I have to get to class, I yelled, laughing. But I couldn't win against 5 guys pushing me into a little room. They closed the door and locked it behind them. I sighed and rolled my eyes, wondering what they had in store for me. Don't worry about it. We'll be back soon, they yelled through the door, and I rolled my eyes. You see, my friends were really big pranksters, so this didn't seem too odd to me. It was annoying, yes, especially since I didn't want to be tardy or get in trouble. However, it seemed I had nothing to do but wait. A few minutes later, the door opened, and I was shocked to see Britta being dragged by her friends inside the closet as well. She looked just as surprised.
What is wrong with these animators? Holy crap, look at Britta! What did she do to deserve this? Hashtag justice for Britta.
As I had been a while ago. They threw her in there as well and locked the door behind them. We were both like, WTF is going on? My heart dropped. I felt so anxious, and I'm sure I blushed so hard. I was locked up with Britta, and it made me feel so excited and worried at
Yo, chill. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
the same time. We heard giggling from the other side of the room, and I knew our friends had planned all of this for some odd reason. We kind of awkwardly stood there for a minute in silence, then tried knocking on the door, but no one answered. I guess we are really stuck in here, huh? Britta asked, her brown hair hanging prettily over her shoulders. I guess so, I mumbled, shrugging quietly. So, bit by bit, we began talking, asking ourselves why we were locked up in that closet. We began throwing silly theories around, making each other laugh. I couldn't get over how beautiful her giggles were, and how badly I wanted her to be my girlfriend. We knew there was no point in trying to make an escape, and so we just sat down and continued to chat. I mumbled most of what I said, as I always did when she was around. My heart was pounding in my ears, and I kept telling myself this was my chance, that I had to ask her out. Finally, she looked at me and asked, "Why are you always so nervous around me, Mike?" I wanted to tell her everything. I wanted to let her know how I felt about her, but all I could do was stare at the floor quietly. "Hey, Mike, will you close your eyes, please?" she asked me. I looked up at her puzzled, but nodded. The moment I closed my eyes, Britta kissed me.
Whoa, I never saw this coming. This is such a plot twist.
I couldn't believe what was going on. I opened my eyes and smiled. That kiss, sweet and small, sure helped ease my nervousness. It was the confirmation that she did like me, that I had a chance with her. Holding my breath, I kissed her back, and this time she closed her eyes. Her lips were so soft and perfect. It was everything I had hoped it would be.
Please tell me I am not the only one very disturbed by this.
So we started really talking, and for the first time since we met, I could speak to her without feeling incredibly insecure. I even held her hand and pulled her a bit closer to me. Finally, about an hour after being locked in there with her, I dared ask the question I had been holding in for so many years. "Britta, would you go on a date with me?" I asked. And do you know what she said?
Nah, you stumped me. I don't have a faint clue of what she just said.
"Yes, I'd love to."
She said yes? I did not see that one coming at all.
We spent the rest of our time there planning out our date. It seemed like a dream come true. When our friends finally unlocked the door, we kissed goodbye and walked away. My friends followed behind me, and her friends did the same with her. "So how did it go?" they asked me. They all looked so excited, especially after seeing us kiss. I told them everything that happened, and we high-fived like crazy.
Somebody please fire these animators. What is this?
"You finally did it, man. It took you 9 years, but you finally did it." My best friend patted my back, and I can't explain how happy I was right then. "Thank you, guys. I can't believe your crazy plan worked," I said, really grateful for all the trouble they had gone through. Britta and I went on our first date, and then our second and third and fourth. We've made it official, and I've already asked her to go with me to prom. I can't believe my girlfriend is really the most gorgeous girl in school. I used up all my savings to rent a limo and a suit. I want this to be the most special night of her entire life. Britta's been my secret crush ever since I was a kid, and now we are a real, official couple. We go out on dates twice a week, and I buy her flowers whenever I can. She loves lilies and white roses, and her birthday's coming up soon. I want to give her a ring, sort of a pre-engagement thing, you know? I understand we are super young to be talking about marriage yet, but I want to let her know that I'm really committed to her. After all, I do believe Britta is the love of my life. Thank you for watching. Have you ever struggled to ask a guy or a girl out on a date?
Yeah, anybody who's had a crush has had that problem.
And did you dare do it in the end?
9 times out of 10, no.
Did they say yes or rejected you? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and check out other videos on the channel.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Anyways, that is going to be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.